Hi, friends and family of Grace Prep and Pure Freedom. I cannot tell you how excited and honored I am to be with you guys tonight. I really wish that I could be there in person, but I guess we'll just have to wait for this fall. For those of you who don't know me, I just kind of wanted to give you a little background about my Grace Prep story. And it actually started 5 years ago when I was sitting in pretty much the same place that you guys are. My family and I had just moved to State College, and we actually found out about the school through our mortgage broker, who randomly decided to invite us to this banquet. I remember walking in, not knowing a single person and not really knowing what to expect, but that night kind of ended up being a milestone in my life. I remember walking away knowing two things for sure. One was that I definitely wanted to spend my senior year at Grace Prep, and two, for some reason or another, I just had this knowledge that I was going to be joining the Pure Freedom missions trip to Zambia in 2006. When I try to explain to people my Grace Prep experience, they find it really hard to believe that I was only there for 1 year. I mean, how can just 1 year of your life affect you in such a huge way? But I truly believe that God brought my family to State College, even if it was just for a short time. And I think that one of the biggest reasons was just Grace Prep and how it just influenced my whole family, not just me. It was during this year of my life that I truly started to understand who I am and who God wants me to be. I found in Grace Prep this safe haven where I was free to try new things and challenge myself and do things that I never would have done. I mean, it's funny, I think back and I never would have imagined myself running for student body vice president or planning the prom for the whole school, but I did these things and so much more. But by far, the thing that affected me the most that year was my missions trip to Zambia. To say that God kind of rocked my world during this trip would be kind of an understatement. Looking back, I don't really remember what I expected from this trip, but I definitely did not expect to just completely leave my heart with those children. I remember points from my trip so vividly because I was experiencing true and untainted joy. I mean, I am talking about the kind of joy that only happens when you are exactly where God wants you to be, and when you are being exactly who God wants you to be. The closest thing that I can relate it to is just simply heaven on earth. And while I may have left that place, yes, with an empty heart, I think even more than that, I left with empty hands. Because for the first time in my life, I had cast aside all the plans that I made because I had realized one of the most important lessons that I've ever learned, which is that God's dreams for my life are so much bigger and so much better than my dreams could ever be. And I am so honored and so excited to spend my first year in the workforce just continuing to seek after God's dreams for my life while serving at Grace Prep and leading Pure Freedom's mission trip to Zambia in 2011. I hope and pray that you will just ask God how your dreams fit into these God-sized dreams that are happening at Grace Prep and Pure Freedom. I thank you just guys so much for being here tonight, and I guess I'll see you in a couple months. Thanks. Bye.